Utah, when I was a boy, everybody knew what a downwinder was. We were the anti-nuclear capital of the world. I was an autistic kid. My father was a drafted United States Marine, an incredible man. I come from an incredible family. My uncle stood on Omaha Beach on D-Day. I grew up on a huge ranch out by the lake. He was a beautiful, incredible person. He was at Pendleton, combat ready, and they were human guinea pig. They were marched into the trenches in Nevada. They're called atomic veterans. He nearly died at the blast. Between 1951 and 1968, we had 300 open-air tests. Well, as different scientists started to write about this, Wallace Stegner was at the University of Utah at the time. I got to know him. Edward Abbey was hanging around there. I got to know him. I got to know all these environmentalists, and I was an environmentalist. And it was a passionate, intense subject matter there.
All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. Bloomgate, 311, whatever you want to call it. I call it Pacific genocide, whatever. It's fucking giant conspiratorial across all demographics. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. Bloomgate, 311, whatever you want to call it. I call it Pacific genocide, whatever. It's fucking giant conspiratorial across all demographics. They'll be calling you a radical. May God have mercy on all of your souls.
Nuclear power was evolving. We were promised, oh, this can't happen.
Well, good morning, all you guys. It's time for you guys to call out of your darkness snuggies this morning for at least an hour. Quit chasing your tail and avoiding the reality of your health, the reality of your children's health, the reality of the herd of elephants in the room called Fukushima. Yeah, whip's leaking too. But Fukushima is what we're going to concentrate on today. We're going to talk about the nuclear complex, the American populace, how the American populace have come to the conclusion, especially the baby America, they wear their ignorance like a badge of courage. They're proud of their ignorance. I spent the last week, I've been gone, out in the Nevada test site, out there protesting. Had some people all lined up, my whistleblower all lined up in New York. As usual, all talk, liars, bullshit. Afraid to put their face on a video. What? You know, that it blows my mind what people are afraid of and what they're not afraid of. They're not afraid of nuclear fallout, apparently, but they're afraid of their neighbors seeing them on a YouTube video or TV. Are we on air? I think we are. Hopefully. We've been having problems. But, so, my whistleblower tells me, well, you know, I got thinking about it. I don't really want my face on you. I says, well, wait a minute. You've been telling me for 2 years all this information. You're going to do it. You're all gung-ho. You're going to do it. But how can you be a whistleblower and not show your face? Don't work that way. You're not going to give your name. You're not going to give your face. That isn't how it plays. It's all or nothing. That's what people don't understand. This is all or nothing. Fukushima is all or nothing. Either you get cancer and die from it, or you get lucky and don't. And the sad thing is we know from the data from the Nevada test site, we know from Chernobyl, we know from, you know, it's like people come to me and say, oh, the oncologists are all covering up on report it, when they are reporting it. The CDC comes right out themselves and calls it the cancer pandemic. Your own community, your own neighbors, your own family, people see it. Cancers are off the hook. We know factually. Nuclear fallout causes cancer, causes autism, causes all these things. But the fact of the matter, Fukushima is ongoing now for well over 1,200 days. And the American populace has been so postured and so groomed for so long into a news cycle. It comes, you know, goes away. It's not going away this time, fuckers. I'm here to tell you it's not going away. They come right out and tell you. TEPCO, which is General Electric, it's the Department of Energy. It's you, the taxpayer. They come right out and tell you right in your face. We're dumping plutonium into the Pacific Ocean every day. They don't even hide it. Tell you. Oh, okay. That's all right. No ecological freaking outbursts. No, it's all these. I meet some people in Nevada that need it. They come out here to the Manhattan Project Desert and they think it's a cliche. I grew up out there. I grew up on a ranch, huge ranch, right on the Nevada-Utah border. I don't know, Lake Salt Lake on that thing. They come out, they're anti-nuclear. They think it's cliche. Oh, let's come for a couple months. So I might, you want to help me out? Do some activism? You know, guy with his guitar, whatever. One guy says, well, you know, Kevin, your videos are crazy. I says, my videos aren't crazy. What's crazy? I want you to tell me what's crazy about them. I'll tell you what the problem is. People are so postured and groomed the last 20, 30 years. First one to raise their voice loses the court case. First one to raise their voice is thrown out of the class. When I was a professor, when I went to college with these brilliant genius professors, the professor led the university. The professor was the culture of the university. Now, the university is the culture. The professor, they just find somebody to plug in and meet. There are no leaders. That's the problem. There's no leaders. Cowards, America, home of the cowards. What do you think all this buying these guns are? The fair economy. Fox News plays a fair economy like crazy. The GOP plays a fair economy like crazy. What happened to them? What happened to the solidarity? I mean, we were talking about Frank Church yesterday from here in Idaho. What a great politician he was. Now look who they got up there. We have a populace that is so postured and groomed into, I mean, cowards. I mean, I can't believe what cowards America is. When you fly into the airports now, they need to put up signs. Welcome to America, home of the cowards. It's that simple. So I'm talking to these guys, I'm like, you know, I'll tell you he's crazy. You fuckers that just sit back and, you know, it's like let's have a club, a party, the University of Utah. You know, which used to be ground zero for the anti-nuclear movement. Stegner's program. You know, Abby was there. Everybody, all these hard. And by the way, he'll say, "Oh, Stegner." I got in an argument with a guy about Stegner, saying, "Oh, he was such a calm, conservative, calm." Are you fucking nuts? I mean, look up his quotes. Should have been, I mean, in his classroom. Fuck every other word. Read his books. I mean, the greatest writer of a. I mean, it's like when I'm up in Calgary. Who's Walt Stegner? Really? People in Alberta don't know who he is. It just shows you how art illiterate we have become. I mean, you're talking the greatest Western North America writer in history. I don't know. We were dummied down. You know, it's like, oh, the chemtrails, the pharmaceuticals, the schools. So it didn't work on me. No, I said, you know, I saw one of my friends. I said, I sat right next to you, right, in school all the whole time. I know you know. What happened to you? You're a lazy fuck, I told him. You know, you do a job with the government, then bitch about the fucking government. You know, oh, I gotta go get my fucking concealed weapon. Why? What? Well, they want to come in your house, steal your Walmart shit? What are you talking about? What the fuck are you doing? What is it America's afraid of? They should be afraid of themselves. They should be afraid of cancer. And they're not. I mean, I see that. Head of the sport group in LDS, I was. People come in there, and I watch them. Oh, it's God's will. God will make all these choices for me. God will save me. He'll make a decision whether I'm like, no. Wait a minute. God helps those who help themselves. Hello. You get that out of your fucking head right fucking now. Right here, right now. They'll come in there and just say, oh, it's going to be okay. I mean, this is after they plug a fucking central line into their jugular vein, fucking top their fucking spine, go up into their brain fucking stem, and it's still, they're like, it'll be all right. And I've watched it over and over and over. And then even when people, if they survive that horrific fucking heavy chemo, they don't change their lifestyle. I'm like, really? You know, I had a couple people that I was in there, they came out right back to their same unhealthy lifestyle, their secondary lifestyle. No hiking, no walking, no eating properly. You know, I mean, if that doesn't scare, I mean, really? Have Americans lost the will to live? Have they become so degenerate? They internalize their own strife. I mean, look at the mutilation to the bodies. I mean, you start looking at people and the type of tattoos and where the tattoos are. You know, you used to be have a tattoo on your arm, whatever. You know, God, it's hideous. It's grotesque. It's degenerate. They've internalized their pain and anguish against themselves. They don't know how to externalize it. They become, you know, get a dog. That's what their answer is. Get a dog. You know, I think all my activism, and I've done some incredible activism in the last year. I was thinking about it yesterday. You know, in the cage in Manhattan with that, the real Tiananmen Square group. They don't just let anybody in that fucking cage. You know, drinking bee juice and sound people when they walk by with their Apple phone. Hey, how do you like drinking the blood of Chinese children? Which you are. Everyone has. And by the way, we'll be in San Diego for the next round of activism. I plan on an event, probably out at the Noble Day Hangar on 8/6, as I do that every year on 8/6. Yeah, Hiroshima. I was out there, little boy. I'm talking to these people. Oh, they go, we're remodeling this building. We got this thing. And I'm like, really? That's your answer? You're talking to people. People believe that it's not going to happen to them. When their own family members. Oh, my sister died. My brother died. My mother just passed. One of my nephews and nieces, my neighbor. Oh, God. It's an arrogance. Oh, yeah. It's a sick, false bravado arrogance. These people are arrogant and have no reason to be arrogant. I can see being arrogant if you got a reason to be arrogant. Nothing. Nada. Like I said, wear their ignorance with a badge of courage. I mean, I'm talking to a guy right there and he's telling me how educated he is and how smart he is in nuclear thesis. And now I started quizzing him. Asked him. First question. Do you know who Megan Rice is? Nope. You're no anti-nuclear activist, man. You have no clue. No clue, no rhyme, no fucking reason. You don't know who Megan Rice is. You're no anti-nuclear. You know, some woman on my Facebook page come to me yesterday. And by the way, I can't stand fucking Facebook. I fucking hate Facebook. But it's the only way we communicate. By the way, what a thief that motherfucker was. He's Bill Gates' fucking pseudo de facto little thief rat freaking son. I mean, it's amazing how America's turned into the fucking culture of thieves. Just steal everything. America goes along with it. Employ slaves in China. America goes along with it. Employ slaves in Bangladesh. America goes along with it. America doesn't care anymore. America has no conscience. None. Zero. I mean, zero. I mean, I talk to people all the time. It's like so-called hardcore activists are sending me shirts in the mail and I'm like, look at the fucking tag. I ran into a guy during coffee, and he was great, really great, by the way. Evangelical preacher, which I can't stand 90% of them. They're devils. I mean, they really have. They've been completely hijacked. So is the Mormon Church. There's nothing Christ-like about them. They're the opposite. He had a shirt on that says, Property of Jesus. He didn't know me from fucking Adam. I walked up to him, and I said, hey, can I ask you something? It's a cool shirt, but what was it made? Can I look at the tag? And, you know, we ended up having a long conversation. He was great. Anyway, he said a prayer for me. I really like this guy. He said, you know, you're right, Kevin. We talked about the usury complex in Utah. The buy here, pay here thing is giant here. We're talking 600% interest. It's the pillar of all morality. Usury. It's the fucking devil. And these are the Mormons who are doing it, the evangelicals in hairspray who claim to be. These are people that walk into a building and preach. You know, Jesus died so I could be rich. That whole prosperity gospel is beyond pathetic, beyond sickening. It's criminal. It's fucking criminal. These fuckers who preached fucking killed Saddam Hussein. I mean, I used to drive by this church up on the Evanston, Wyoming border in Utah, right when the war broke out. We support our troops and our president. I says, how can you fucking support this motherfucker? Support your troops? What are you talking about? These people are fucking getting a job. You know, they should have a draft. Nobody in Iraq did one single thing to fucking any American. And you're talking the Garden of Eden, whether you're right. Euphrates meets the Tigris. A biblical place. Not only we mass murder people who did anything, and let me tell you something, you drive around with a yellow sticker on your fucking car, and I used to go crazy about it. you're just as fucking, you're going to go to fucking hell. I'm telling you, every last fucking one of you are going to rot in the lowest form of fucking hell. A lot of people have any respect for them. There was a huge anti-war movement. Do not kid yourself. Plenty of us. Here in Utah, not many of us, but we were there. I was hardcore and paramount in that fucking fight from day one. I had a bumper sticker on my car that said, Bush lied, soldiers died. I would get in 4 or 5 fist fights a day. I got a fight with a cop. I got fucking, I mean, it was intense. It was an intense, but I stood on fucking the truth. Thou shalt not kill. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. That was people killing him. He threw the money changers out of the fucking temple. And by the way, he was a fucking radical. Oh, I told some lunatic from fucking Pennsylvania, he called him Rob something lunatic fucker, was on my fucking van. Called me all the time. You could tell this fucker was as ignorant as fucking green as grass. Fucking probably a fucking IQ about 83. You may call me, that's blasphemy. About what are you talking about? Yet these fuckers will drive around line there, go to Walmart, buy their fucking Jesus gun in their fucking Jesus fucking race car. They're the blasphemy motherfuckers. Because I called him a radical. I'm like, are you mentally ill or just fucking stupid? He was absolutely a radical. You know, and this doesn't even fall into the thesis whether he's the Son of God or not. I don't even get into that. Most atheists love Jesus Christ. Feed the poor. Take care of the crippled. He was the champion. He was the greatest human rights activist of all time. Bar none. His philosophy, hijacked right here, right now, in the United States by the nuclear cartel. Now, you think about it. Martin Luther King, the spiritual man that he was. Megan Rice, her parents, Dr. Rice, Madeline Rice, the spiritual people that they were. All these incredible spiritual, not in per se their religious spirituality, in a true spirituality, in logic, rooted in reason, rooted in the truth. The most spiritual people I can think in the modern time, in the historical sense, all hardcore anti-nukers. Hardcore anti-nukers. Why? Because it is the greatest violation to human rights that possibly can be. Well, not even just human rights. Look what it does to the animals. Look what it does to plants. Look what it does to all of life. The Native Americans, I'll quote again Russell Means. I absolutely loved Russell Means. I absolutely loved him. He would say it so perfectly, so elegantly. He would say, I love it. You guys, Anglo-Saxon American, well, it's not even Anglo-Saxon. I mean, you know, people say that all about the Anglo. I mean, you talk to the Chinese American, you talk to the Japanese American, you talk to anybody who's come here. I mean, they just think it's a place to try to extract in this fairy tale they're going to get rich. Well, none of them ever get rich. You know, I got a friend who's Bangladesh descent, and he sits and watches YouTube videos of CEOs, and he's homeless. He thinks he's going to be one. He thinks, yeah, they buy this bullshit. They buy this bullshit. They're going to come to America, and they're going to be about that. No, they're not. No, they're not. It's outrageous. He says that you came to the United States trying to find heaven when we had heaven. The Native American had heaven. There were no locks. There were no jails. There was no chemical poisoning. We had heaven. I think about it all the time right here where I live because I understand and see the landscape because I grew up here in the landscape. I think about it. I was thinking about it yesterday. I was walking up on the ridge and looking out over the Great Salt Lake on this incredible piece of landscape that's been exploited by the university and just ruined. You know, let's get some more grass, spray some more chemicals so we can have this pretty green weed and mow it over and over, and then we call that beautiful. These fake, ugly fucking styrofoam fucking mansions that we live in, just build one after another. These fucking pieces of this shit strip malls that are fucking hideous. Asphalt junk. And I looked at it and I said, God, can you imagine? I was thinking to myself, even 150 years ago, the wildlife. I mean, right here where I'm sitting today, right here in South Dakota. I remember this is 1978. Biggest mule deer I ever fucking seen in my life, standing right here. You know, now it's a fucking strip mall. Giant fucking thing. I mean, the geography of the United States, the landscape of the United States was so perfect for the wildlife. Gone. I mean, what we do to the fucking animals. I mean, yeah, so you'll go get a fucking pet. Oh, Fifi loves me. I got Fifi on my leash so I don't have to interact with other people. I don't have to have a relationship with anyone. I got Fifi. You know, I'm down in San Francisco. I think about this a lot. You know, some of my videos should have millions of fucking views, but people pull back because they've been so postured and fucking groomed to fucking not talk about the truth in a fucking real way. They can't do it. They have no crime. I'm in the hospital. Carla had the same disease as me. I love that girl. She was got in her breast. She was in incredible physical condition. She had just run the Ogden Marathon. Pathologist had a lump on her breast. Pathologist went into her, and he was a good pathologist. For a pathologist to find de novo, 99% of the time the pathologist gets it wrong because they're postured and groomed. They don't believe that leukemia can form in tumors. He found hers. So we're the only two cases they know of in the world simultaneously being treated for de novo OS, which is leukemia that presents in tumors, which is most of the time pretty well a death sentence. So they call us Kevin and Carla. You know, so they introduce us to each other. We become friends. We go along. Well, you know, she's great. She's in the fight of her fucking life, this girl. But she's got this fucking douchebag husband. You know, and he's trying to fucking, it's all about him. You know, I see it all over and over and over and over. My friend Brian, his fucking bitch wife. You know, this guy fucking, I don't know how he's alive. What, people have no clue what we go through as leukemia patients inside of a unit. I mean, these are inpatient units. These are fucking death sentences, fucking quarantined with fucking heavy RCM squad. They kill you over and over and over. And this isn't, you know, you're going to show up on a Friday and get some chemo and show up on, no. This is 24/7 for weeks and months at a fucking time. It's brutal. It destroys your life in all fucking ways. And then you have to be born again, not in an evangelical way, in a fucking real way. She's like, oh, it's all about her. Oh, we got financially wiped out. I says, no, you didn't get financially wiped out. You could fucking remake it again. He'll be fucking fine. He's alive. Don't you see that? Well, Carla's husband, she says, oh, yeah, I tried to watch a couple of your videos. I says, who asked you? I never asked you to watch my fucking videos. What are you fucking talking about? One of my daughters agrees with me that my hardcore anti-nuclear fucking fight, my Fukushima fucking fight, my intensity is probably the reason I'm alive. There's no doubt in my mind that my hard intense, because there's no fucking faking it with leukemia. There's no faking it with these kinds of cancers. So, you know, he you know, tries to argue me he's a dick. You know, doesn't want me, keeps me away from Carla. And, you know, I'm Paul, my friend. A lot of them used to be, I'm like, come on, let's go to the survivor dinner. Even though we're not survivors yet, it's important that we participate in this community. It's important when we get back. Come on, let's go hike Malins. I'm going straight up that fucking mountain today to the central line. Come on, let's go. Hey, I found this really great place that has this really great carrot juice. Let's go over there. Let's fucking do it. You know, let's walk. Let's do it. Nope. Carla passed away after a second bone marrow transplant. It was heartbreaking. They wouldn't even tell me. The hospital wouldn't even tell me. They knew. And rightfully so. They know when you're in acute situations. I was at San Onofre when she died. I was at San Onofre hearing when she died. You know, I was so sick when I was down there doing that. That was such intense activism. When I walked inside that fucking room, you'd not believe the people that come up to me. Hundreds, by the hundreds, come up to me. Kevin, oh my God, I love your work. You're the one that turned me on to this, you know. Because of YouTube. YouTube's a powerful genre, really powerful genre. My intensity, absolutely necessary. Telling the tale, you know, as I went on my video yesterday about in the Pines and the reality of the decapitation and the reality of Hiroshima and the tragedy of Hiroshima and how the American populace was covered up there. Well, there's no excuses now. Yeah, we were covered up then because we have the internet now. You know, the post-ignorant generation, the information age is such a changer. It's the greatest technological breakthrough in human history. It's knowledge. Knowledge is power. Ignorance and wearing your ignorant arrogance like a badge of honor is the opposite of power. It's repression on Balco. You're repressing yourselves like, oh, we're going to put us in FEMA camp. You dumb ignorant fucks that say that are already in a fucking FEMA camp. You're paying a fucking mortgage on it. If you're in a FEMA camp, you have time to read a fucking book or go for a fucking walk or spend time with your grandchildren. These things that fucking matter and count. Sit around fucking listen to fucking talk radio, fucking Sean Hannity, Fox fucking News. Go buy a gun, go buy some silver. Don't you love it? Don't you love it? The greatest stock market returns in the history of this country have happened the last 5 years. Fucking market's raging, well up over $200. And these fuckers are still... I watch these videos all the time. There's huge video fucking sites out there that economy's going to collapse, the dollar's going to collapse. The dollar collapsed 10 fucking years ago, fools. You know, gold was 1900. 1900. 3 years ago. It's 1300. The Dow was 9200. 17,000. The S&P even more dramatic than that. You know, as far as investment, I know your fucking money matters. Do not kid yourself, and I'll tell you why your fucking money matters. Oh, I'm covered up. I'm insured. No, you're not. You might think you are. You know, fucking these hardcore heavy... You know, I got lucky getting in that unit. I got in that unit because I live here. Got real lucky to get in there. That's your only chance is with these hardcore fucking cancers like this. You got to get into a good unit with a bunch of good fucking doctors. And not just the fucking heavy chemo up front. Believe it or not, because the funding's dried up. The average treatment is so expensive. That's why your matting matters. Oh, the rich people have a better chance? Oh, fuck yeah, they have a better fucking chance because they can pay to fucking get into these units. They go through the same treatment. I like how people say, oh, they have some secret and they fucking know. No, they don't. No, they fucking don't, Steve Chinese fucking Jobs. Maybe the richest man in the fucking world. He would have been probably the richest man in the world if he wouldn't have fucking died with what Apple stock's done. My stock portfolio and me being not a contrarian, thinking for myself, when the markets were melting down, doubling down. I turned $3,000 into $700,000 right on my YouTube site, right in front of fucking God and everybody. People pull back. I mean, there were people making $100,000 bets with me right all over YouTube. All these fucking sane pounders who get 30, 40, 50, 100. There's people who get 200,000 views a video. We're pounding the same fucking dogma that loses you money every day. That's killing you. Gold's the answer? No, it's not. Gold's speculative. No, it's not. Now, I'm all for owning a piece of it in your portfolio. But somehow that's your answer? I'm not going to worship the golden calf. You know, this has been a fucking shiny fucking yellow ball philosophy for a long time. They pound it down your throat. Max Kaiser, come on, Max. Give it a fucking rest on your fucking silver bullshit. It's called opportunity cost. Yeah. Oh, it's going to come back? Yeah, it is. Sure it is. In the meantime, it doesn't matter where we're going forward. Now, we're talking about what happened in the last several years. So, let's talk about this. 3, 4 fucking years ago. 5 years ago. Fox News, Glenn Beck, that mentally ill fucking radical fucked up. He ain't even a radical. He's just a fucking punk. That's a terrorist. Look, I want you guys to all Google the word terrorism. Google it. Yeah. Fox News, those are terrorists. The fearmonger complex, the fearmonger economy, the fucking Koch brothers, those are fucking terrorists. Google it. What happens when they get you afraid and terrorize you? Then they extract your fucking money from you. So, the Dow is melting down. 6,500. And I can prove that everybody did it. And I'll tell you how I prove it. I'm a hedge fund guy. I was for fucking years and years. I taught finance the #1 school of business in the fucking country at the time. So, State Street, the clearinghouse, I've seen the data. We've seen the data. You know what percentage of the United States population filed for a redemption in 2008, 2009? Upwards of 88%. Yeah. We're talking fucking, it's a wonder the markets didn't go to zero, that kind of pressure on them. Fucking, these people unloaded at 7,200, 7,500, 7,300. Fucking unloaded. Unloaded their fucking General Electric stock at fucking $5, $6. Unloaded. Unloaded. Which they should have never owned, the fucking scumbag anyway. And I don't own stocks. I buy the derivative, the option on the stock. I got my hedge fund going again. You know, me and Halco up in Canada with some chump change. We're trying to do it. We got a stick and bayonet. That's all right. I've done it before. Right here on YouTube, 3,000 to 700,000. How do you think I paid to get into the fucking hospital? By the way, my bill is well north of $1 million. So, you're sold out. Oh, it's just paper fucking currency. It's not money. What the fuck are you talking about? What is money? It's a promise between two people. It's a mode of exchange. And everybody says, well, you remember what happened to our parents during the Depression? Well, let me tell you, fucking birds, something about fucking gold, real estate, all these precious minerals in the 1930s when it crashed. The only thing that survived was cash. You're in Europe, and everybody had to get out. You're a Jew in Germany, or you're, a homosexual in Germany, or whatever. You need to get out. You went out and started handing the fucking train conductor gold bars or silvers. They laughed at you. They're like, I don't even know what the fuck that is. I don't know if that's real or not. You handed them $100 bills. They said, climb aboard. It's always been cash. Cash is king. Cash has always been king. Somehow, I talked to this fucking lunatic. And like I said, they wear their fucking ignorance like a badger, because they watch YouTube. They know, the Federal Reserve 100 fucking years old. And next I'm going to talk about the 100 years of World War I, because we're coming up on that anniversary in just a couple of days. Well, actually, it already passed, but of course, it declared war that July 28, 1914, in your head, in your head, in your head. This path repeating itself, very different now. Nuclearism gone amok. It was gas then, chemical warfare. Oh yeah, we got rid of that. So nuclear's like this. It's like biological weapons. We've had biological weapons over 100 years. We don't use them. We've made the decision just because the technology exists does not mean we use it. It means we don't use it. Right here, out here where I was out there protesting. That's where we get rid of it. They've been getting rid of it for 70 years out there. Proving grounds, the test site, all kinds of madness goes on out there. I protest. Nobody will protest with me. I was out there when the San Onofre fucking reactor was coming up. I almost got my arm broke. They're fucking cowards. I'm an environmentalist. I'm going to fucking have a drum circle. Why don't you guys all hold hands and try to fucking levitate the fucking lighthouse? Fucking passive or fucking aggressive. You've been hijacked by the fucking far left. The far fucking radical left turned into the pacifists, the liberals. Like Democrats were never liberals. The liberals and the fucking conservatives. You got the fucking lunatic loser fucking liberals. Dress up your kids with a peace sign on. Talk real quiet like, hi, this is NPR. Let's check the weather now. There's been a triple meltdown at Fukushima. It's going to kill you. Oh, you have cancer? Oh, that's too bad. Let's fucking pray. Let's have a fucking drum circle. Let's wear a yellow ribbon on our fucking car as we're slaughtering and fucking killing fucking Iraqis and spraying white phosphorus on our own men and fucking polluting the fucking Garden of Eden for time and all eternity. Oh, that's nice. Then you got the radical fucking lunatic fucking right who wears their fucking 75 IQ fucking like a badge of fucking honor. Hi, I'm Jesse Ventura. Larry King, Larry, I just found this out the other day. When they tried to kill President Lincoln, did you know that was a conspiracy? They tried to kill the Vice President and the Secretary of State, and there was a group of them. Larry King's looking at him like, you stupid, dumb motherfucker. What, you skipped the third grade? This is what you have. You have these fucking lunatics who just find out third, fourth, fifth grade fucking knowledge when they're fucking grown men. And like, a light goes on. We're the one. The Federal Reserve in 1994. This is new shit to these fucking morons. Fainting goats? Oh, fuck yeah. That term that I come up with, the fainting goats, is so perfect. It's so fucking perfect. That's exactly what these fuckers are, the American populace. Boo. They fucking get paralyzed and they fucking fall over and fucking faint. Fainting fucking goats. And these fuckers, the economy of fear. Sell your Dow at 7,000. I can fucking factually fucking show that most people did. Over 80% did. Where'd they go with their money? They went to gold. They went to silver. Gold is $1,600. Gold is $1,700. Gold. So this guy's got this silver he got in Canada, and he's got these little pieces on it, and you peel them off. And I says, what's that? Well, a mode of exchange. I said, I want you to tell me. You go to the grocery store right there. Anything that you have to purchase and anything you fucking buy, I want you to go fucking hand them one of those things. They're going to throw you the fuck. There's not even fucking one single person, even here in the lunatic fucking Ville, Utah, that's going to take those. Not one single person is going to take. Number one, there's no way to verify if it's really silver or if it's fucking aluminum. And they're going to look at it and they say, you got to exchange it for cash. Bone marrow fucking transplants don't take gold bars. They don't take gold fucking bars. You got to transfer them to cash. Oh, they take fucking cash. Fucking A, they take cash. American $100, just paper? That just paper? Oh, fucking A. I want you to go anywhere in the world, anywhere on this fucking globe, anywhere, any fucking nook cranny with a pocket full of American $100 bills, and show me somebody who won't take them. Show me one fucker that won't take them. Oh, they'll take them. So I said, how much you pay for that silver? $42 an ounce. When did you buy it? 3 years ago. A little over 3 years ago. 3.5 years ago. Okay. So your stocks? Yep. So you sold your fucking stocks at about 9,500, 9,200? Yeah. That was over 17,000. Silver's $20. It's called opportunity cost. So 3 years ago, you're listening to Glenn Beck. You're listening to him. So you got $100,000. You sell, and I know for a fact the average American sold their fucking stock at average of Dow 7,200. That's where they sold. I know that because of the, I have the data. State Street, by the way, State Street broke the buck, which implies fraud. All these, fuck yeah, they're frauds, and I'll tell you why they're frauds. And it's the same people that bitch about fucking Wall Street's a bunch of corrupt fraud fuckers, which they are, and the bankers corrupt fraud fuckers, which they are. The exact same people that bitch, the Fox News crowd, when they tried to put a tax on trades, blocked it. When they try to fucking make these people pay their fair share, they block it. When they try to fucking make these people accountable for anything, the same people that bitch the hardest block it. The very poorest pouring the very richest. Ignorance with a fucking badge of courage. All them hedge funds all want to fuck about this ugly fucking weirdo told me that one day. All them. I said, what are you fucking talking about? You don't even know what a fucking hedge fund is. Oh, I'm fucking broke. Fucking pathetic. So they sold the 7,200. They fucking bought gold and silver. Do the fucking math. So your 100,000 that you fucking sold out 5 years ago, right now, and I'm being generous, is worth probably about 64,000. That's being generous when it's probably worth much less than that. You left your fucking money in the market, which through your 401k, these corrupt fuckers, everybody had their money in the market. You know what you're fucking... Now, let's remember, when you look at the Dow, you know, the S&P 500 and everything, we're not talking... One thing that doesn't fucking equate is dividend reinvestment. With dividend reinvestment, these stocks pay dividends. A lot of them pay dividends. You know what your $100,000 is worth right now? Well over $300,000. So instead of having 315,000 is the number this morning when I was punching numbers. So you were even 100,000. The person had 100,000. You had 100,000. Person that stayed in the market is worth 315,000. You're worth 64,000. One thing these fucking lunatics fucking understand, but it, you know, everybody says don't matter. Huh? All your money can another minute buy, and you're right. You're right. It don't fucking matter if you get to certain illnesses. But I'm here to tell you, the proper treatment and the proper care, to the right doctors and get into the right hospital and get into the right place means everything out there. And let me tell you something. And people say, oh, God, they're going to have death squads on Obamacare. Let me tell you, fainty fucking ghost, this country is broke because you refuse to fucking have a conversation about a tariff. Tariffs could, this country could be so filthy, stinking rich over fucking night again. Just like that. Just like that. You put a 25% tariff to fucking port. You know how much fucking Walmart imports a day? You think, it's just like, okay, China. You think about China. China doesn't even believe in their own fucking system. We've been able to keep the incredible, ridiculous, sickening, grotesque fucking low interest rate because Alan Greenspan, the fucking free market fucking lunatic terrorist that he is. He's the greatest terrorist in American history, is Alan Greenspan. Well, besides the nuclear cartel. This fucking low, ridiculous, fucking obscene interest rate, because the baby boomer demands it, the Federal Reserve reports to Congress. If they even try to raise the interest rate or let the fucking poppy spoil, we want cheap money. We want cheap. Buy here, usury, 641% interest. Usury. We believe in the slave economy. We believe in usury. It's so fucking grotesque. It's so immoral. An immoral bunch of fucks. And I'm not talking sexually. I mean, I don't give a fuck what anybody does with their sexuality. As long as it's with adults, who gives a fuck what they're doing? I'm talking about fucking the usury of other human beings. The slave economy that you've all bought into. Not me. Not me. Fucking send me fucking shirts in the mail with fucking made in Bangladesh. Fucking wow. How can you people be unconscious about that? How can you people be unconscious about the Pacific genocide? How can you be people unconscious about the money crimes? You're all for it. 7,700 occupiers went to jail. Occupy Wall Street. Not one single banker went to fucking jail. Not fucking one. Why? Because the very same people that bitch the hardest support it. You can't have a conversation about a tariff. You know how vast this country is with natural resources and human resources? The waste we have of human resources in this country is so heartbreaking. Brilliant, genius fucking people serving each other coffee. It's pathetic. The construction industry, these skilled, beautiful craftsmen who fucking could build all kinds of gone, done. Replaced with fake fucking styrofoam, fake fucking rock, exploited fucking cheap fucking labor being paid cash. It's slavery. It's fucking slavery. It is slavery, it is slavery, it is slavery, and you are the fucking slave owners. And another thing I want people to understand is my art, my ways, the way that I did my YouTube site was the reporting of the truth. My art, I really don't give a fuck who likes it. I could care fucking less if people like it or don't like it. It doesn't matter. It's like the paintings that were done after Hiroshima. Everybody's, oh my God, they're hideous, they're grotesque, they're horrible. They're the most important fucking art. It gets smashed down. It's like in the pines, fucking decapitating a young man on the road track in 1870. The art fucking, it'll sort itself out. And it doesn't matter because they can't repress it this time because we have YouTube. We have social media. My art, I shoved it down people's fucking throats because it had to be that way. I've been an anti-nuclear for so long. I've been a human rights activist for so long. You know, so everybody forgot. I never fucking forgot. I fucking stood my ground, not with a gun, with my brain. I stood my fucking ground with morality. Survive AML leukemia? Yeah. How? My doctors say it fucking loses. Your intensity for right and wrong. We all know what's right and wrong. We all fucking know. You don't posture and groom yourself, Kevin. You get in that fucking trench with fucking cancer. You know he's there, and you're not afraid to fist fight him. I'm not afraid to fist fight this bully. I don't give a fuck if the bully's fucking 350 fucking pounds. Big old fucker. I'll drop that fucker like a bag of fucking dirt. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. So David reached into his bag, and he pulled out a stone, and he slung the stone. And the stone struck the giant in the forehead, and it embedded in the giant's forehead, and the giant fell to the earth. Oh, it's an impossible dream to shut down nuclear. The fuck it is. Nerve gas, we shut it down. 100 years from World War I. People forget. Campbell had his observatory up there on the hill in California. Einstein had a dream as a boy. That's what people make the mistake about Einstein. Yeah, he might have sold a lot of his scientific data, but he was a dreamer. And he fucking dreamed that fucking light bent. He hung on to that dream. We had to prove it through an eclipse. The eclipse of Crimea in the Ukraine. Yeah, right there where the plane got shot down. Right fucking there. Campbell was over there with his equipment. He had no idea World War I broke out. The Russian soldiers come in, arrested him. What the fuck are you doing? World War I broke out. Took his equipment. So we didn't know. So, a little while later, we get another eclipse, but this time it's right there in Oregon. But he doesn't have the proper equipment. So he's up there, so he runs all his tests. Oh, it doesn't, Ben. Einstein's wrong. Oh, there was a peace activist. I think it was Eddington in London. Pacifist. A Quaker. Peace activist. Like Einstein was. Einstein's best friend, one of his best friends, was a guy standing on the battlefield, standing right there on the battlefield, experimenting with the nerve gas. And having the arguments, the same arguments we have now, saying, oh, this isn't bad, nerve gas isn't bad, it's good. It will end the war quicker. It will end the war quicker. Einstein was aghast. So Eddington is doing his work, I believe in Australia. Campbell's in London with the rest of the small penis fucks. London's always got to be first. England's got to get, even though if they didn't get it, oh, we're the ones. The Earth's round. Fuck, Native Americans knew the Earth was round for thousands of years. You know, it's the same old bullshit. Darwin, all these people try to prove what the natives knew for thousands of years. Because they're fucking arrogance. So he says, no, it doesn't occur. It's just complicated in the beginning. And was in Australia doing his, and he says, the fuck it ain't. It ends. So, why he's presenting, Campbell's in London presenting, he said the water cable says, stop. No, I have better data than yours. Campbell was smart enough to back out and say, whoa, wait a minute. After he was right there presenting. How does this change the world? Nuclear. Einstein was right. He presented his paper. He became the most famous man in the world. He's living in Long Island. He's a Jew. One of his co-scientists shows up in Long Island, another Jew. You know what Hitler's doing to our people. Yeah. It's hideous. Yeah. You know he has this fucking weapon. He has this weapon that he splits the atom. Which, by the way, he was wrong. Hitler was never fucking close. And a lot of people forget about the Japanese, the Italians, who fought side by side with Hitler. So did the Swedes, a lot of them. They're heavy water there. He says, they got it. They got this fucking bomb. He's going to drop it on Washington, D.C. and New York City. I'm troubled about this. He didn't think that he did. But this guy was persistent. Finally, Einstein had thought about it all night, and he says, my God. So he writes a handwritten letter to Franklin Roosevelt. Einstein says, biggest mistake I ever made in my life. Telling Franklin Roosevelt, this is Einstein, the most famous man in the world. He's going to listen. He read the letter. Boom, the switch went on. The Treasury opened up. The Manhattan Project. Unlimited finance sources. Unlimited. The nuclear cartel. And has never stopped. They turned on the fucking machine and never turned it off. Einstein was a pacifist. He was a peace activist. Broken-hearted. If he doesn't write that letter, it doesn't happen. The war would have ended. The war would have ended without it. Now, did we have to drop Little Boy? Well, the American populace demanded it. Do you think fucking Truman was going to back up on that? They would have fucking hung him. You know, the Japanese emperor so fucking hated, and rightfully so fucking hated. If these evil fuckers did it, the fucking Bataan Death March, but that wasn't the Japanese people. That was the hierarchy structure, the shoguns, like we fucking develop around the world. The power structure, the vast majority of that population had no clue what was even going on, kind of like here in Iraq, to get a big old sack of $100 bills for the fucking wealth. So, Oppenheimer wanted to drop a mock-up, a fake one, to scare the emperor, you think. Oh no, they pushed him aside. No, Einstein, they pushed him to the side. These guys are fucking peace activists. Oppenheimer's a peace activist. He's anti-bomb. Einstein's anti-bomb. They're anti-nuclear. Hardcore. Oh, we found Teller. Bushy eyebrow Pete. I want to go piss on his fucking grave. He made the decision to nuke the fucking Marines in the Nevada test. My father, one of them, and mass murder them. The open air fucking mass murder fucking test that killed so many of us. Don't even know it killed you. Don't even know it gave you autism. Don't even know it gave you cancer. Just go along. Now Fukushima piles on. Oh, they're communists. Where did you think that playbook come from? Oh, Obama's a socialist. When he's the greatest Republican that ever walked. Raised by a white fucking bank examiner in Hawaii. Yeah, he's real black. He's a Republican. Hardcore neoconservative. Hardcore. He legislates that way. He dictates. People forget in this country, Congress wields incredible power. Congress. The lesser house, they're insane. It is representative government. So I talk to people all the time. They go offline. Who's your congressman? They don't know. Impeach Obama. What the fuck is that going to do? Do you even know what it takes to fucking impeach a president? Fuck, these people fucking can't. But it's fucking ignorant. America's a bunch of stupid, dumb, dogma fucking burger eating dumb motherfuckers. Dumb. So is fucking, I mean, pathetically fucking dumb. Ignorance is off the fucking hook. And people say, oh, it's not it's not their fucking fault. They're lazy. They're fucking pathetic. When will this change? I've asked this all the time. I'll tell you easily. When the baby boomer and the echo boomers are all dead. Information age. I call them the post-ignorant generation, the baby wolves. They're 10 times fucking smarter because of the fucking internet. I can't stand what we've done. That we'll be the most hated generation in humankind. And when we're all dead, it's going to be much quicker than we thought. Much quicker than we thought. Nuclear fallout. It's going to fucking kill so many of you. So many of you are going to fucking die from this and won't even know that it fucking killed you. I'm in the hospital. There's a guy from fucking nuclear reactor in Chicago. And you're dying. I says, you in an Exelon nuclear reactor, 16 times higher chance of dying of leukemia than somebody who does not. Oh, no, that's not true. The fuck, it ain't true. Still supporting 53 years old, dying of leukemia. Still supporting the fuckers killing him. That's dogma by definition. Beyond a dogma. Wouldn't change his life. I mean, this guy's ordering, when he finally could eat, you can't eat. He's got fucking, bringing in Wendy's and McDonald's and food from inside, into his room. His obesity, his laziness, cancer didn't even scare that fuck out of him. Sitting lay in his room, watch Fox News. Deader than fuck. God's will. Going to heaven. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. Sucked into a black hole. Ignorance is death. Passive activism is death. I walked across Canada. We had a fucking drum circle. We fucking had a press conference that nobody gave a fuck and nobody showed up. That's not activism. It's the opposite of activism. That's deactivism. I'll leave it on. I'm going to cut it a little bit fucking short today because I got a fucking appointment at the fucking hospital. See what we fucking can do on my blood counts. Fucking see where we're going to go from here. Every time I think I got this fucking disease fucking defeated, it fucking has to fucking give me a wake-up call. My activism can't stop. My intensity can't stop. There's no days off with this fucking disease. I've done this without a bone marrow transplant. I'm a walking, talking, breathing human guinea pig experiment. I live to tell. I'm the only guy in the fucking country they know of. The only one, ever, that's done this with OS de novo voluntarily without a fucking bone marrow. I'll have all these people alternative. I'm the alternative to the alternative to the alternative. I'm fucking literally setting a playbook for a new fucking type of survival. Intense hardcore activism, in the truth, in the right, not what you want the fucking truth to be, not what you posture and groom the fucking truth to be, what it is. The truth is the fucking truth. Usury and slavery is immoral. Killing other fucking people is immoral. It's the same old fucking thesis that it's always been. Except one thing changed. Nuclear fallout. 3/11 changed everything. My art movement, my word, post-ignorance, throws a blanket over it all. Has no isms. It's the reality. It's a gut check. You can go in denial all the fuck you want. You can stay in your fucking dogma fucking snuggies. You can fucking get all fucking wound up in this fucking... You can just posture and groom yourself and hear what you want to hear. See what you want to see. Fucking be who you want to be. Doesn't work that way. Fukushima, the great equalizer. Cancer, the great equalizer. It's going to go on and on and on and on and on. People say, oh, don't give us false hope. I'm walking, talking, breathing hope. You can survive. Even with the worst of the worst cancers. We all know what to do. Live like you have cancer before you have cancer. Fresh fruit, fresh vegetables. And don't be so fucking militant that you one of these nuts like Steve Jobs was. Steve Jobs was a hardcore fucking vegan his whole life. He wouldn't take fucking showers till he was worried about the chemicals in the water. He was too far. He was too far. He was too extreme. Moderation. Militant moderation. It's the answer. Intensely fighting in an intelligent way. Not in an emotional, passionate fucking way without intelligence. Passion without intelligence is the most dangerous thing in the world. That's what wars are bred on. Hold your local fucking politicians accountable at the local level. Know who they are. Put a stop to the local corruption. It's grassroots activism starts from, the activism I do right here would blow everybody's minds. Fukushima is such a small piece of my activism. I stand on an island here. I'm literally by myself. Literally. I'm the only human rights activist in this fucking state. Oh, there's plenty of people that claim they are. They ain't nothing. They're zeros. They won't actually fucking get confrontational with anybody in an intelligent way, which, by the way, works. I've got the police force and the securities at all these nuclear facilities around out here and everything. They're on my side now. Because I've talked to them in a fucking personal way about their loved ones and their cancers and their truth. One thing is us, as anti-nuclear activists, you have to remember, we have the truth on our side. That's all we need. But the truth has to be told passionately, intelligently, aggressively. Cordial conversations are dangerous. Passionate, intelligent arguments get results. That's one of mine. People can pull back on me all they want. I don't give a fuck. I really don't care. Because the fucking sheep want to hurt themselves off the fucking... Go drink the fucking Kool-Aid. Fucking have another fucking nuclear popsicle. Go ahead. But I'm fighting for my life, for my family's life, for my kids' life, for my loved ones' life, for the people that I fucking care about. There's plenty of fucking good people in this fucking world that I care about. There's plenty of fucking assholes that I could give a fuck about. Forgive, love your enemies. I have a tough time with that. I really have a tough time with that. And I know that you have to do that. I try, but it's hard for me, because of what happened to me. They knew they were going to fucking kill my dad. They did it anyway. They knew they were going to kill me and give me cancer. They did it anyway. They want to stomp me down, fucking attack me while I'm fighting for my fucking life. In critical condition. All this activism I've been in, I'm in fucking very, very critical condition. I was in extremely critical condition until not very long ago. Declare myself cured and walk away. I've tried to do that. I've tried to do that many times in the hospital. This fucking monster disease won't let me. I want to. I tell the doctors that all the time. Fuck, this is it. You'll never see me in here again. I'm never coming back. I'm never coming back. So you can put a yellow sticker and justify. You people that drove around with the yellow sticker when you mass murdered all those people in Iraq and your white phosphorus on your own Marines, USS Reagan. You don't care. You might as well pull the fucking trigger. You might as well have fucking done it yourself. You're a murderer. You're fucking murderers. You supported a fucking mass murder regime when you knew Colt Powell lying his fucking ass off. Now let Plain Wilson's husband tell you he's lying. The information was there. You just refused to look at the truth. You refused because you bought into it. The slavery you refuse to fucking buy into the reality of the fucking mass murder in Bangladesh and Pakistan on a daily basis of Walmart fucking Target factories. And you participate. You refuse the Apple fucking slave fucking complex, fucking the technology slave complex in China. China's a house of cards. They know it's a house of cards. Their entire economy's built on the back of the United States consumer. The United States makes up less than 3% of the population. We consume 65% of the goods. It's always been that way. No, it's not always been that way. Popism died. Popism died. 3/11/11. Popism died. You just don't know that it's died. You're in denial. Everyone's in denial.
All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. Bloomgate.